Hi, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up the league with this deck, Cycle Survive, for possibly Pauper playable this week. I'm just here to remind you that you can like the video or subscribe to the channel down below. I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. So as always, you can cycle right into the match you want to see in the description box down below by clicking on the timestamp. Enjoy the league. The worst. I guess we could try to careful study into more lands. We could like pitch Raven's Crime. Yeah, actually this might not be like too bad. We can always like cycle Street Wraith if we get really pinched. I think I think this is okay. I don't think it's the best one lander I've ever seen. If I was an NPC, what would I be? Keep. Yeah, so I like the Raven's Crime because it's kind of like a good late game thing. Like we want to have one in our graveyard if we ever draw Soratomi Cloud Skater. Okay, so let's Dismal Backwater, and we will pass. Ooh, new build challenge. Yes, red is a good choice. Maybe like Emerald. I love the color Emerald. So if I was an NPC, what would I be? I'd probably try to give a quest or something. I'd be a quest giver, I think, of some sort. Okay, well, we might be okay against a Stompy deck, depending. They're going to know exactly what we are. No, it's elves. Fantastic. Just when I forgot to bring my Evenkar's Justices. There's a Cloud Skater. We don't want that yet. So let's careful study, try to find some lands. There's a land. Okay, so I'll pitch Miscalculation because they're going to have 1,000,000 mana soon. And I will pitch... Raven's Crime, I guess. Well, I guess we can cast Raven's Crime here, so maybe we should do that. I might pitch Cloud Skater, but I kind of don't want to do that either. I think actually, yeah, I might pitch Cloud Skater because it's not very good here. And we'll want to keep our removal spell. I kind of want to cast Raven's Crime before we do anything else, so I'm going to pitch Cloud Skater. We don't want to right away. Maybe we can find our second one. Okay, there you go. Go ahead and pitch something. Yeah, Skater is a little slow here, definitely. That Raven's Crime value, though. And we will pass the turn. Opponent probably already... Oh, so it is Stompy. Okay, so this Ichor Slick might be okay. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'd probably be some kind of quest giver. I'd like to be an interesting kind of story character. Maybe somebody attracting... socially attractive enough for the players to want to interact with me in like a meaningful way. You know, bring me into their game. Quirion Ranger gonna get in for 1. Come on through. So we just have to try to find one of our 1,000,000 removal spells. If I miss my land drop, I might cycle this Street Wraith. This is a fine blocker for now. Raven's Crime. Okay, let's cycle Street Wraith. Draw a card. See if we can hit our land drop. We do manage to find a way to hit our land drop. We won't be able to leave up Miscalculation if we do that. All right, well, we'll just Raven's Crime you, pick up our land, and pass the turn. I do want to get up to 4 mana, so I'm going to keep this in my hand. If we draw a land next turn, I might pitch a land to Raven's Crime and make them discard again. They're pitching Elephant Guides here, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if maybe... Because they could play Elephant Guides next turn. They're probably just going to try to go wide. Hey, He Was in Water, thank you so much. Yeah, I hope it turns out okay. Maybe a small town on the northern frontier of the Lethean Empire. Ooh, cool. Thank you so much, He Was in Water. I'll have to come visit the Discord again soon to come hang out. I use red in my build so often that it won't even be a challenge. You're going to go with green. Okay, cool. Well, you do you. I'm not about to stop you, for sure. You do your build, dude. Absolutely. All right, so they're going to get in for 5 here. That's a pretty big bummer. Yep. We take 5. 3 cards in hand. I don't really know what our opponent might be sandbagging. They can pick cards up with pick stuff up with Quirion Ranger to pitch it, which kind of sucks. There's Fairy Macabre. That's interesting. Okay, so play a land. I guess Miscalculation doesn't do a whole lot. Like if they just get a land here, it doesn't matter. So Grizzly Survivor doesn't Maybe we try to remove this Nettle Sentinel with Ichor Slick. But we could play a Grizzly Survivor and then try to surprise them, I guess. I don't know if they have removal in their hand. Well, let's play out a Grizzly Survivor, even just as a blocker. And they might be holding up protection. Yeah, gotta get on the board. Gotta get those blockers out. Mono red, control. Yeah, she has the control when the mono red is going. All right, so Nettle Sentinel doesn't untap. They're gonna have to cast a spell here. They're free to do so. Is it gonna be like another Rancor? That's kind of a beating. But we can get this up to 4 toughness, so that beats like oh, is this gonna be Elephant Guide? Ugh, gross. So then it'll have 5 toughness. No, okay, they're just gonna hold up 2 mana. So is this gonna be a kicked Vines of the Vastwood? I will absolutely block. 100%. No, I don't. I think last night I ran into main deck whatchamacallit there. Okay, there's Hunger. Sure. Untaps Nettle Sentinel. It's going to go up to being a 3/3. Okay, so let's discard Fairy Macabre. Exiling these Elephant Guides, I suppose. We'll make them use at least 1 more pump spell to save their Nettle Sentinel. Epic Confrontation, that's exactly what it's called. Thank you very much for keeping me on point. I am super bad at staying on task when I'm doing this. Nettle Sentinel will die. The Rancor comes back, which is okay, I guess. And we'll see if they want to play another creature. They don't. Okay. There's another land. So we want to get up to the point where we can hitch this and cast it at the same time. We can't cast it in response to the Rancor. I don't know that removing Quirion Ranger here is worth it, so I'm just going to play this out and pass the turn. We just got to start finding some Chainer's Edicts and another threat, and we should be okay. Although they have 4 cards in hand, we can start picking away at that soon. I certainly should start playing faster. I was playing mega slow last night. I don't know why. There's Rancor. Okay, try to counter Rancor. They can't stop this counter from getting through. Yeah, get that Rancor off the battlefield. So opponent still has 4 cards in hand. I don't know if this is their only threat or something. Maybe they have another Rancor coming down. We will see. No, it looks like they're just going to get in. Okay, we'll take 1. Gonna need another blocker here soon. Our 1/3s are looking pretty good here. So is Gurmag Angler. All right, they untap their own Quirion Ranger. They're going to play a land and probably a creature. Some sort. Just another Quirion Ranger. Okay. Those Shrivels are going to be coming in, gang. All right, our turn. Fairy Macabre. All right, well, Fairy Macabres can block Quirion Rangers, so we will Fairy. And pass the turn. See what they want to do. Fairy is also a decent, like, evasive threat if we can lock the board up. Instead of 1/3 is better than it looks in this format. 1/3s are great, man. They are. There's kind of this thing that I had when I was building my token deck, or when I'm trying to build token decks that block all the 2/2s. Yeah, when I was trying to build token decks, I wanted to include more standard bearers than usual, because eventually it'll get to the point where they can't just double or triple block your tokens. Hey, Triceratops, what's up? How you doing? All right, so they're going to try to remove my Fairy Macabre with a pump spell, but I'm okay with trading that. This is a little 2-for-1. They're kicking vines, no trample. Sure. No problem. We took 1, right. Okay, our turn. Being wary of the counter magic. All right, let's play Radiant Fountain. Now we gain a little bit of life, and we can Ichor Slick them with Madness, which is pretty good. Oh, what happened to the cam? Oh no, what did I do? Japal. Oh dear. I don't know, maybe I should have got them hellbent there or something like that. Guys, what did I do with the cam? All right, they're going to get in, and end of their turn, we're going to try to remove a Quirion Ranger. Or I guess in response to a pump spell, if that's what they're doing. See if they play another threat. They're not going to. Okay, so we will cycle this. 1, 2... and then madness it. Oh, just put it... dun dun dun, dun. Okay, let's not do this wrong. So let's remove a Quirion Ranger. And now we want a Soratami Cloud Skater. So on Earth would have been sweet. This is match 1, game 1 Triceratops. They're gonna Vines it. Okay, well we still get to draw a card, so that's okay. 2 cards in hand. We trade our Ichor Slick for something. It's an Ash Barrens. Okay, no problem. Doomblade. Okay, so let's cycle Ash Barrens, thin our deck a little bit. And we will Raven's Crime something in their hand. We don't, like, it's less important, I think, to Raven's Crime them Hellbent here than to try to hold up 7 mana for our Chainer's Edicts. Like, we should be able to find more lands. There's enough lands in this deck. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We are recycling lands. It's fabulous. Okay, they're going to untap a Quirion Ranger for some reason to pitch a land. Yep. That's cool. Pass the turn. So I wonder what 2 mana spell. Are they going to try to, like, Vines here on their turn? That's interesting. So I guess we're going to have to wait until they try to resolve it. We'll see what they have. A little bit of an anemic draw. Okay. That's curious. Let's try to Doomblade it. It's kind of all we can do. If they have the other Vines, we've seen 2 already. Okay, they do. Sure. It's hexproof. It's got a Rancor. We're kind of in trouble now. Yeah, that was clutch right there. 1 card in hand. Oh man, 3 Vines. Pretty bad against targeted removal. Okay, we just need like a decent sized blocker. Nothing even particularly impressive. Gurmag Angler would be a sweet top deck. Chainer's Edict would be like, keep us alive, potentially. Are they gonna go Hellbent? They're not. Man. Oh, we're so close to dead here. Ugh, okay. Drew a few too many lands there at the end. We will cycle again. And that's it, I guess. And this should be a good, like, matchup for us, I think. So they're going to pitch another land, and then if they have it, they have it. So good luck, opponent, on finishing this one off. You probably have the kill in hand. Seen a lot of pump spells. Seen a lot of Vines. Yep, gonna pitch a forest. And it's your turn. Yeah, and I was hoping Ichor Slick could kind of make up for that. The Cloud Skater actually does a pretty decent job at least filtering. And Chainer's Edict is like a nice little pinch of card advantage. But you're right. Yeah, like some kind of repeatable card advantage would be sweet. Hey, what's up, brother RZ? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Deep Analysis could have been the one. Yeah, because the rest of these, besides Raven's Crime being recurable, I guess the rest of the cards don't really give us any card advantage. Okay. So what are we bringing against? I was just not going to sideboard. I was just going to submit. I think these cards are fine. Do they play a lot of X1s? Yeah, Deep Analysis would be pretty good. I don't feel like they play a lot of X1s. Is Shrivel a trap? Duress better? Maybe going up more discard is probably a bad idea. Dispel is probably better than a miscalculation. We could go down one Raven's Crime probably for another Doomblade. Yeah, like Riverwinder Exhume. I thought about that too. It's kind of tough, you know, like having the constraint of like doing it this often. Ickerslick might be a little less. Yeah, it's probably too inefficient considering Echoing Decay. It might be just a little too slow. So maybe we'll bring in Echoing Decay instead. Although I kind of like it. Like, it is one of our only sources of card advantage. Vault Scourge is Ledgewalker's Quarian Ranger. That's true. That might be okay. We should be able to block those. Where the frig was our Cunning Survivors, or like any creatures? All right, so yeah, this hits like Rancor and stuff. I might go down one more Raven's Crime for Duress. And yeah, I think I'll try it like that. You think Shrivel is like better than any of the spot removal? I guess we could line it up for a 2-for-1 a little bit better than a couple of these cards. So maybe we could take out like Ickerslick for a Shrivel. Or Ickerslicks for Shrivels and just try to make sure they're 2-for-1s. Yeah, actually, that seems a little bit easier to engineer, considering. So let's do that. I'm down with that. Okay, we would love to play first. Oh, right, yeah, because we don't... Oh my god. 1 landers. Wonderful. Okay, well, we can careful study into a Gurmag Angler pretty quick. So I'll keep this. And I'll keep that on top. I also need a life, just in general. They're a good blocker, too. Like, I think a lot of people might not consider that first, but like I really value the blocking ability of Street Wraith. Mind you, it's not going to do too great against a Vault Scourge. All right, there's Edict. We knew was coming. I think we're going to careful study. We're going to try to make our way up to Gurmag Angler about as fast as we can. So let's just... Yeah, so I did have Unearth in the deck before this build, but it didn't seem very... it didn't seem quite as focused. So I took it out for that reason. Okay, so we're going to get 3 cards in the bin here. Let's go Street Wraith and Jukabog. Try to kind of work our way up to Gurmag Angler naturally. And we'll bog you, pass turn. Yeah, so I had 3 Unearths in there, which honestly, like, maybe that was it. It was seeming like it was inching its way up to being decent, but I was at the expense of not playing Gurmag Anglers, and I really wanted to try out Ickerslick. I wanted to see what Ickerslick was like. Turns out, not phenomenal, but not terrible either. Okay, so we should be able to Gurmangler this turn, which is all right. I do have it on my PC, but it eats up a lot of the... Yeah, that's kind of the... Yeah. It eats up a lot of my CPU for some reason, or like RAM, I think it is. I can't remember which one because I'm a friggin' nub. Okay, Countervailing Winds is going to be pretty bad very shortly. We need the life, and we need a 1/3 blocker pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch these cards and go like this. And we will Gurmangler. Get rid of Study, get rid of Street Wraith, get rid of Winds, Study, none of these matter. And bang, bang, Gurmangler. Yeah, I don't know why in particular. Yeah, Big Fish time. What's up, Mr. Geek Luke G? We have a good blocker. We'll see if they want to go all in on this Vault Scourge or something, and then hopefully we can kind of engineer a decent blocker for it. Ooh, it looks like they're going to want to Hunger this turn or something. There's Riverboa. Okay. Riverboa is a little crappy. Oh, really? So maybe, yeah, maybe I'm okay. Maybe I should just slam it. Well, at the very least, we're going to get a decent creature with this Chainer's Edict. But we do have to start drawing decent spells soon. There's a Heckmaw Sentinels. It's not really that helpful here. This Island Walk is a total bugger, so committing more blockers isn't doing anything. I almost think we just want to attack and play Heckmaw Sentinels, but I feel like we have to pick away at their board. If we get rid of this Nest Invader here, then they have to block with the Riverbow or take 5, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's Chainer's Edicts. Got to draw a few more lands this time. See, we ran into a lot of lands at the end there last time, but we'll have to get a bunch of lands this time. So they're thinking about it. Okay, let's go to combat and swing for 5. They have a faster clock than we do, so it is what it is, but we'll see. We'll see if we get stomped over. Yeah, go face. I guess they're just going to block with this and regenerate, but they might be playing around Disfigure. Yeah, so we get the 5 in. That's good. All right, your turn. Hopefully they didn't realize. They probably realized we were F6 there. We're going to take 6. Yep, down to 10. Stompy stomps away. And this might just be closing itself out. Oh, man. Where's that shrivel when you need it, eh? We got 2. Our turn, just a swamp. Unexciting. We can't block any of this stuff, so we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Down to 3. Well, I guess if they have it, they have it. There's actually no reason to leave this back, so we'll do this. Play out a Heckmaw Sentinels, and that'll be match, I guess. Yeah, the unearths. Maybe the unearths were key. Maybe maybe that last little tune did it. All right, your turn. Probably dead. Straight to combat. They got other matches to play. Yep. Gonna put us to a very low life total. I don't think there's any draws that save us from those Vault Scourge. Or they're just gonna kill us. Yep. And maybe they feel like they have no reason to. All right, we're at 3. Okay. There's Solana Ledgewalker and GG's. G friggin' G's. All right, guys. Match 1, a little bit of disaster, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I'll keep this. Cunning Survivor, careful study. Nice. All right, let's hope our opponent is like medium speed. I think this hand's like keepable against Delver too. Whoop. Maybe not Scred Delver. But we'll find out, I guess. All right, your turn. Our turn. Play an island, pass turn. I like finding an untapped land there. It means we hopefully will resolve this Cunning Survivor, unless they leave up like hard counter, I guess. They'll probably leave up Spell Stutter at the very least. I don't even know if they'll counter the first Cunning Survivor, but we'll play it. Get cunninged. Wow, there are a lot of ways that could be spun in a derogatory fashion. They're going to cycle Ash Barrens, go get their red mana, probably for a bolt. We'll pass. Yeah, so they might have had her hard counter up there, and they're just going to leave it up again this turn. No, they're going to play a fairy. Okay, sure. No probs. No probs at all. When black mana. All right, let's go to attacks. Get in with Cunning Survivor. Not going to try to force through a bunch of damage here. They want to block, that's good for me. All right, no blocks, they're at 19. So they can counter Chainer's Edict. They can counter Cunning Survivor. They can, well, I guess, so if they're leaving up Lightning Bolt here, it's either Lightning Bolt or Spell Stutter. And they're probably looking to resolve a Ninja of the D-Powers next turn, which is pretty good against just about everything in our hand here. So I think we just want to be able to get a Fairy Macabre down next turn. So I'm going to Cunning Survivor. If they have Fairy Miscreant Ninja, that's pretty good for them. So we're just going to have to turn up that clock. So here comes Fairy. Yep, Spell Stutter Sprite. You have sprited. Man, Pauper sure is competitive, huh, guys? Why do the days have so little hours? I know. My deck decks would probably be high quality at this point. So our Shrivels are going to be pretty sweet. Our Shrivels and our Echoing Decays will definitely come in against this deck. All right, let's see what our opponent's next turn looks like. Probably feeling pretty happy just seeing Cunning Survivor come down here. I like that Street Wraith is out of Bolt range, so if they... I kind of hope they're saving Bolts or something. Maybe they'll tap low for a Ninja here, which isn't huge punishment because we're not doing a ton next turn. I guess we should maybe try to do a ton next turn. Okay, they pass the turn. We find a Countervailing Winds. Well, I can't force anything through just yet. So we don't want a Fairy Macabre here. Being able to Countervailing Winds Chainer's Edict in the same turn is probably okay. Let's just play a land. We only have one card in our graveyard. We can certainly go up cards in graveyard for when that becomes relevant. 2 episodes of Critical Role, study for Matt. Oh my goodness, go to sports. Well, you just got to do what we all do and cut sports out. No reason for that sports nonsense. I feel like we're just going to leave up Countervailing Winds here and see what they want to do on their end step. Mind you, that does mean we're going to have to pitch a bunch of stuff, which I'm not completely keen on. This gets countered by Spell Stutter. This gets countered by Hard Counter next turn. Can't really do anything instant speed on their turn. This might get cycled, so maybe we'll... Yeah, Countervailing Winds isn't really going to do anything here. So let's try to Chainer's Edict you. Sport Am good. Sport Am good. Our opponent going to be on the Infinite Spell Stutter draw. So what kind of sports do you guys play? Like, I played sports when I was younger. It was a good time. Played football. I was a swimmer. I wasn't good at any of that either. I'm kind of the person that does that. I'm just like medium at a lot of stuff. Opponent's gonna gush. Okay, sure. Makes our Countervailing Winds a little bit better. Don't necessarily know if we want to run it out here. If they tap low, we get to resolve a Street Wraith, which is a decent enough threat until they find a Scred, I suppose. Fairy Miscreant, yeah, we're gonna cycle this. The rest of their stuff kind of costs 1, unless a Ninja comes down. If a Ninja comes down, maybe I won't, because then they'll be trying to do a bunch of stuff with their mana. Okay, so I'm gonna cycle this. Swimming and tennis, cool. Oh my goodness, I would never have the coordination to be decent at tennis. I also did theater. Theater was a really good time. Yeah, ultra medium. I was definitely medium dot human being. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I guess we can start Ravenscriming them, but that means we won't get to try to resolve a Fairy Macabre. I'm really not digging that they can... All right, I feel like we should careful study. Yeah, so let's tap. Tap this for blue, play out Dimir Aqueduct. Pick up the island. I did all sports. Table tennis, tennis, archery, volleyball, football. Not hand egg. Fencing, kayaking, dancing. Man, I hung out with some dancers in high school. It was a good time. Those guys were amazing at what they did. Like, seriously good at what they did. They're gonna let that resolve. Okay. So let's pitch our islands. Gonna get a couple triggers. And should we careful study again? I feel like that's pretty greedy. This is tough, guys. This is not trivial. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cycle Ash Barrens for black. I feel like they just have a removal spell. Like They just definitely have a removal spell in their hand. Get an island. Careful study. Raven's Crime is probably, like, they have a bunch of lands in hand that we know about. Okay, so we want to get up to 6 mana eventually. We probably want a little bit more black mana. So let's pitch this stuff. Trigger. And I'm just feeling the lightning bolt. It's coming. Go to combat and attack. After all that, for 6 damage, they're just going to bolt it or scred it. Oh no, they're just going to take 6. Well, that could have gone a lot worse for us. Okay. Let's pass the turn. Pretend we're leaving up Disfigure. So maybe they won't ninja. But that's kind of good news. That means they don't have a removal spell in hand. I feel like that would have been... Well, unless, I don't know, maybe they're holding it to burn us down. How a baby blue is green. My filters are dumb. Still do dancing and volleyball, but haven't been to volleyball training in ages. Yeah, it's crazy how... Oh, dang it, they found it! Okay, sure. I guess. Gonna leave up their 2 mana. They might have all counters, you're right. They did find their... So we will cycle Ash Barrens, get some more black mana, and we're going to pass with Acre Slick up next turn. Because it's not a disaster if they counter that. See, the thing about Acre Slick too, like I was pretty transparent about this in my deck tech. It's like, okay, actually, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to resolve this Fairy Macabre. They're going to counter it, and they're going to resolve another Cunning Survivor. Yep. Cunning Survivor, and pass turn. They probably have more bolts, I guess, but we can't just keep being afraid of bolts our whole lives. But you're totally right, No Go Ronin J. It could be just on all counters. It's kind of what it looked like. Here comes Ninja. Okay. No longer afraid of the Disfigure. All right, our opponent definitely has us up against it. Oh, okay. Sure. Great. Augur Bolas. All right. Yikes. Scred Delver, guys. Looks like we're going to play against all real decks again tonight. All right, our turn. Miscalculation. Pretty bad here, considering how much mana we have. Yeah, honestly, I think we just do this now. Cycle Ichor Slick. Madness it. Kill the ninja. I guess they could have days. Oh man, that would be so savage. You find a Grizzly Survivor. Okay, all right. We can get back in this, guys. We can get back in this. I've tried to make Ichor Slick work in a couple of decks, but I found that Chainers just requires less setup to get a similar amount of card advantage. You are right. I guess in the discard doesn't really matter if they can control your board, which the best decks in the format can. So this is going to be Fairy. Yeah, so there's probably another Ninja coming. They're going to pick up Augur. Ugh. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. All right. So I guess we will try to Grizzly Survivor. Hey, Lynx, what's up? It doesn't matter if I know the time. I'll still show up late. No, that's all right. That's okay. I guess we'll try to Grizzly Survivor because we're not doing much else this turn. But I can feel the counterspell in my veins. All right, try to Grizzly Survivor. They can take this nice and slow. They're gonna be all right. Angry. We can talk about no, don't bring up the boggles. We assembled the OP mod team. Oh yes, the counters will flow. Sure, we can't miscalculate that. So I think we just we make our land drop here, do a little bit of thinning, and yeah, pass the turn. Leave up Miscalculation for whenever that might become relevant, I guess. They have double bolt. 1, 2, 3, plus 6. They can put us to 1 next turn. So Ninja and 2 bolts. And we're dead. I don't know why you would ever do something silly like run Ninja of the Deep Hours and a couple of lightning bolts in your deck. I hate doing roofs. Did someone mention boggles? Roofs are hard. I think famous sim YouTuber James mentioned that they try to build houses with roofs in mind, like at the very beginning. Yeah, Discret Delver is just very good. Like it's hard to beat this deck. I almost can't expect it, but this is possibly Pauper playable. We do net benefits on Mondays. That's where the 4-1s happen. Opponent gonna thin, gonna gush. Not gonna gush. Okay. Yep. Take 3. Yeah, this isn't doing anything. Cycle miscalculation. Try to find something. They are just ready to counter something. Okay, our turn. Careful Study. Careful Study feeling pretty bad here. Okay, so let's try to kill a fairy. See how they feel about that. They will not allow us to be killing any fairies today. Mondays are our hour. Oh man. So when I'm recording deck text, it's so hard to say our hour for some reason. I don't know. It just must be the way I pronounce things. Yeah. Okay. Counterspell. Sure. Man, this deck is why does anybody even play this deck? It's terrible. But yes, Mondays are definitely our sugar mama. Hot little 4-1 there last night. Spoiler alert for all those out there who might be watching this before they see that stream. Okay, and are they going to slow roll the one card in their hand, which is definitely a lightning bolt? Probably. We're dead. We're dead! Okay, so Shrivels come in, Echoing Decays come in, Doomblade comes in. Although I don't know if trading 1-for-1 with Doomblade is a very good idea. So these cards will come in, Ichor Slicks will come out, because those cards are just easier to make 2-for-1s out of. We'll take out a Raven's Crime because they're going to have a jillion cards in their hand. They can also just pick up lands to pitch. So Raven's Crimes are actually probably actively bad. This would be better. And just 1 Dispel over a miscalculation. I don't think we have to try to be super fast here. I think we have to, well, maybe we should. Maybe that is the plan against this deck. Not a very hot sideboard plan for the super fast going. Getting really smart 2-for-1s, I think, is our way into this match. Yeah, maybe like 1 Hydroblast or 2 Hydroblasts for their 7 removal spells. And we'll take out another Miscalculation. Maybe take out both Miscalculations for another Hydroblast. Nah, Countervailing Winds. Yeah, Miscalculation. Yeah. Countervailing Winds may eventually become... Is that a video about how much you hate Boggles? Do you have a whole video about it? We would love to play first. I think Cunning Survivor could go a long ways to doing something, and Fairy Macabre is a good blocker against this deck. I'll keep it. Tass, have you gone public just to express your disdain of my pronunciation of the word Boggles? There's that YouTube video of that guy with those shades that he calls Boggles. That guy's pretty rad. It's a video of the reigning Mox champion. Who are they saying the word? Oh, are they saying how much they hate Boggles? Did they crush a tournament with Boggles? All right, Cunning Survivor. No days. Good times. Okay, let's see if they can leave up a hard counter for Grizzly Survivor. And if they can, we're going to be attacking for a lot. Okay, they're just going to pass. It's okay if they counter a Grizzly Survivor here because we can run out a Fairy Macabre soon. Sword Army Cloud Skater, do a little bit of grinding. Do this after we attack with the Survivor. None of our discard yet. So I wonder if they have hard counter up here. Well, we'll see. Hard counter? Yep. Go ahead. So we might be able to resolve this Fairy Macabre, which is pretty good in this matchup, so long as they don't have infinite bolts like they did last time. Or they only had 2 lightning bolts last time, I guess. That's their prerogative. They are up to countering 2 drops now. Okay. So Going to play Ash Barrens, play Cloud Skater. Leave up Doomblade for a fairy. I'll say hard counter it. There's fairy. Okay, sure. And we will Doomblade this here fairy. Do you have a daze? No daze. Okay, sweet. Sword Army Cloud Skater resolves, which is kind of sweet. You can start getting value off of it. The interview's just like, I really hate boggles. No, you don't. Boggles are beautiful. They're wonderful. They are beautiful in every single way. And they played boggles, yeah, and they still really hate it. It's a crazy good deck, man. It is undeniably good. Opponent's going to cantrip like a moth over here. They really committed to the 2 blue mana. All right, no removal spells. Not bad. See, if that Grizzly Survivor was on board, oof, we'd be doing pretty swell right now. We're gonna get to resolve a Fairy Macabre too, which is sweet. And start attacking into these Fairy Miscreants. Oh, they're gonna remove her. Oh man. Oh, you just didn't put a roof on it? I guess you can make a lot of houses good without having roofs on them. Okay, so let's go to combat. Swing with Cunning Survivor. Just go through to damage, play out. I guess we can like loot, but it's a little too late for that. Loot, make our land drop again. I kind of want to try to get all these spells to resolve, so let's play Fairy Macabre. Not like that. Play Fairy Macabre like this. And see if they'll start pointing removal spells at them so that we can get this Grizzly Survivor going on. And we will just pass the turn like that. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to make houses look good without roofs. Opponent, see what they're going to remove. They're just going to basic land cycle. Okay, no problem. I can live with that. Getting some more blue mana. 4 cards in hand that have to be good considering what their graveyard looks like. So let's see what this is. Augur? No, just Gushing. Okay. Trying to find those tight removal spells. See what they want to kill. Fairy, probably. You're going to kill a Cloud Skater. Okay. I guess. And cycle an Ash Barrens, go get more red mana, kill the Fairy Macabre. Yep. I'm gonna go to combat first. No attacks. Okay. Sure. They want to leave their counter magic up. That's fair. I'm gonna go to combat and swing. Man, Fairy Macabre would have been, or Cloud Skater would have been sweet. I think I just should have pivoted into that strategy a little bit better. All right, so let's see if they have found a hard counter for the next Fairy Macabre. So we might as well play our land first. Like maybe gone with like a few more Radiant Fountains or something and all that jazz. They can't Spell Stutter it, they'll have to hard counter. And that'll get us a little bit closer to forcing through Grizzly Survivor. Maybe they don't care about it, they have a bunch of removal and a mountain in their hand. And they let it resolve, okay. Could be bluffing a counter too. I'm not really cognizant of that enough. 3 mana. There's Stormbound Geist. All right, no problem. That's okay. No attacks from our opponent. Okay, so we will... We can't pitch anything here. See, this is when like 1 Raven's Crown would be pretty rad to have in our graveyard. I'm going to try to play out this Grizzly Survivor because it can start attacking into Stormbound Geist pretty good. They'll probably bolt it or something. And we don't have any Ichor Slicks left in our deck, so I'm just going to pass. We really need recurable card discard, like real bad. Start getting these Cunning Survivors in. Oh, I took Raven's Crowns out. Never mind. Here comes Stormbound Geist. Sure. No problem. Come on in. Ninja. Sure. Leaving up red mana. And then they'll replay Stormbound Geist, possibly. Yep, here comes Ninja. And they will replay Stormbound Geist following that. Pretty good. Oh my goodness, guys. If I don't even win a game... Come on, Moto. put me in a good bracket. Yeah, maybe I should have blocked that, huh? I feel like we need our attackers. Ugh. Okay, go to combat. Yeah, I probably should have blocked that. But then they get a 3/3. We can't attack him with Grizzly Survivor unabated this turn. Guess it gives them a chance to block. Yeah, we should have blocked. You don't have to do that. He was in water. I like that'd be amazing of you, but you don't have to. No, it's okay. I'll just play badly because I'm pretty bad. So they're gonna double block Grizzly Survivor. They probably will. I'll just pass. Yeah, let's just pass. Man, Scred Delver. I don't know, Ozzy. You play Scred Delver? You might. Oh, right, yeah. Truth. You're gonna queue up a league? Yeah, get in here. Okay, let's careful study. See if we find anything. Pump up our Cunning Survivor. Dispel backup. For the moment. Oh, great. The one card we can. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Do it. Guys, just flood the league with insane stuff so He Who's in Water will buy the league. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should talk about how I could rebuild the deck now. It's great that it's like sweet and all that, but I would prefer to win, I think. Okay, so we'll cycle this and then attack with our pumped cyclers. Tolarian Winds would be a really cool addition, I think. Tolarian Winds Unearth was probably, because like unearthing something here would be pretty sweet. We'll go get some more mana. And so they would lose their whole board if they block Grizzly Survivor. So I'm going to attack with Grizzly Survivor and Cunning Survivor. We can dispel the first removal spell, which it probably will do. I think keeping these on board is probably critical to us winning. And yeah. Okay, so go to combat. Attack with these guys. And see what they want to do. They're going to take 6 down to 8. Okay. Confident that we won't combo off for the win. There's no green archways. You don't endorse Tolarian Winds? Or what don't you endorse? Do you not endorse my trying to become better at Pauper? Okay. Turn comes back. Discard. No, it's not the worst draw. So do I care about keeping any of these? I don't. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still don't have to play any lands. We could draw a Careful Study. 1, 2. So I think I'll tap like yeah, Gurmag Angler. Let's tap like that. Actually, let's go to attacks. No, let's Gurmag Angler and not attack. Although Gushing Winds sounds like gas. Yeah, no, it does. It's weird, right? Like the combo versions of it just seem too weak to do anything. And I was honestly just happy having removal spells to interact with my opponent. But that just might be how I like to play, kind of dictating that whole thing. So if they like quadruple block and I just get to kill Ninja, it's not really worth it. You can like peck in for 1, I guess. Trade Grizzly Survivor for Ninja. Hey, thanks for the follow, that guy from that time. Oh man, are you that guy from that time? Cool. Good to see you again, that guy from that time. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, it was wild. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to keep Grizzly Survivor on board because it represents, like, if they just let it get in, we have this Dispel to protect it. It's a way that we could eventually possibly win the game. We can block that, so that's okay. And I don't know if they maybe want to trade. Well, thanks for being that guy from that one time. That one time was pretty rad. So I'm going to pump the guys because I want to make this unblockable. So it doesn't really make sense to do it anytime pre-combat, but, you know, it'll happen pre-combat regardless. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I guess we might as well build our way up to Chainer's Edict mana. And we're going to get in. Yeah, like recurable discard here would be sick, right? I could just start, especially the Soratami. It would give us some card filtering. I wonder how much they're going to block the Gurmag Angler with. We're attacking for a lot. They have 2 cards in hand. We have decent blocks on them next turn. Oh yeah, it was that one time. Actually, yeah, I think I was at this place this one time. And there was this, yeah, was that the time? Was it that time? Or was that one time and that place with those people? All right, so we're gonna trade with Spell Stutter. There's a 2-for-1. That's how you do it. Spell Stutter Ninja. They take 2. They chump the Gurmag Angler. They go to 6. Decent enough board going on here. Let's pass. How upset are you, Ozzy? Is it getting to the point where it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up? Everything is effed. I'm going to try to Skred Angler, so I'll try to dispel this Skred. I feel like Angler is a good enough threat. I'm going to Spell Stutter Sprite, our Dispel. Okay. Fair enough. There goes Gurmag Angler, but we still do have some... Well, just start breaking things. That wasn't a dab. I was breaking stuff. All right, Echoing Decay, not great. Recurable Discard would have been sweet, but I think we only have one more Soratami in our deck to play to for that. Yep. So we're just gonna go draw go for a minute, I think. I guess I could attack with these, but no, that's bad. It needs Archways. Opponent finds an Evolving Wilds. Yep. We're gonna pass. Sure. Find another land. Sweet. Okay, so we'll play a land. We're only holding 2 for Careful Study here. All right, they're gonna sack Evolving Wilds. Yep. Sure. We're on 9 minutes. That's crazy. I gotta start playing faster, guys. Yep. I think I just had one really... Did I think for like 3 minutes back there somewhere? 12 lands in play. Yo, yeah. Run lots of lands. 22 lands. Which is like pretty standard for blue-black control decks. But yes, there are a lot of lands in play for both players here. We're kind of both on that path. Okay, come on. Come on, don't have it. Don't have answers. Let's combo off and win right now. We'll Careful Study. In play in a yard. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do have a Cloud Skater. Okay, guys, this is a way we could do it. Okay, let's hitch these lands. Trigger. And play Cloud Skater. We just have to go for it. Like, we don't really have any option otherwise. Oh, I hope they don't have a counterspell. Don't have it. Don't have a counterspell. Oh, they don't. We can do it. We can win here. I don't know if we go for it or not, but we can. I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Attacks happen. Goes into blocks. We will tap 2, bounce an island, discard an island, Hump Cunning Survivor, tap 2, bounce an island, draw a card, Hitch the Island, Pump Cunning Survivor, Cycle Street Wraith, draw a card, Pump Cunning Survivor. Come on. Come on. Got him. I only play 11 lands a tap for colored mana in my blue-red deck. Yeah, they did find a ton of lands. But we did get them. Okay, so I think it was kind of a mistake to take out all the Raven's Crimes. So I'll bring in another Raven's Crime, maybe over a Hydroblast. Yeah, we got it. We did it. That was pretty sick. Cloud Skater coming through. We only have 2 of them because this is Pauper and they can just remove it. So we can't play it until we combo off. But that felt really good. Okay, so we got a Raven's Crime in there now. So now we have 3 ways to repeatedly discard stuff. Over a Hydroblast. Hydroblast would have been pretty clutch in a couple of those situations, but Raven's Crime would have won us the game a long time ago otherwise. Okay, so let's submit. I think Blue-Red Delver might have found all of its lands in that game, though. It was moderately unlucky for them. That's sweet. I love you guys celebrating in the chat with me. I'm gonna have to get a celebratory emote so that it's not all feel bads emotes. Oh man, that guy from that one time coming into my webcam there. Okay. Yeah, got a mulligan this, unfortunately. All right, that's a little bit better. Not a lot better, but a little bit better. Spandrels. What are Spandrels? I think I'm going to keep Soratami with this hand. I have a lot of lands. It can even out our draws. It can also be just a flyer to start pecking in before our opponent assembles a board of flyers. And they're on a mull to 6, so at least we're both on 6 here, and I'm on the draw. So I'll play Dismal Backwater, pass the turn. See if they want to leave a hard counter next turn. And if they do, I will certainly Cloud Skate. Well, they can't leave a hard counter, so Cunning Survivor will at the very least resolve. I don't know if it'll stick around. So let's Cunning Survivor. Pass turn. We don't really get anywhere playing around them having removal. It looks like they don't either. I'm sure that would have been it. Now they're going to scry. Okay. They probably realize they need a lot of time. Okay, so let's run out Cloud Skater, because at the very least it's a clock. Play out Aqueduct. Pick up a Backwater. Yep. We do have more threats. They're coming. Start F6ing like a madman. What the frig is a Spandrel, though? There's a Stormbound Geist. Pretty bad when we have just Chainer's Edict as removal in hand. But I'm going to fire it. Well, maybe I shouldn't fire it off yet. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, the clock is being a little brutal. I'm kind of getting clocked out regardless, even though we did win that last one. All right, so let's do some cycling. Oh, is this Ninja? No, another Stormbound. Yeah, we're pretty much. We're not in great shape here, gang. Yeah, how do we instant speed Bojuka Bog? I'm just thinning here. 1 mana cycling is pretty valuable in this situation, but we got to draw gas right now because this Chainer's Edict, we're essentially on all blanks, really. Okay, Radiant Fountain. Sure. Go. I guess Echoing Decay into Edict could help get us out of this somehow. But they're probably just going to hardcast a Ninja soon, and we are going to be on the backest feet. I was playing green in this originally, so I have a green build that had like Rites of Spring and the Blood Rush guy, the Slaughterhorn, and that was kind of cool. But ironically, being a black-green deck, you wouldn't assume, but it was kind of very all-in on winning with the combo. And the only other payoff for, with cycling was, the only other payoff for cycling, oh my goodness, good, guys, we're doing great. The only other payoff for cycling was Horror of the Broken Lands, and that was just a little slow. Like, if you had to tap out on 5 for Horror of the Broken Lands, they often had a a way to kill it, and the way that I was recurring it was with Pulse of Marasa, and that really didn't do the trick. All right, opponent trying to close this out mega fast, and it looks like they're going to be able to do so. 2 cards in hand. We're on 13. Here comes Ninja. Opponent gets to keep their counter. Yikes. Yep. Street Wraith. Okay, well, I guess at least it blocks Ninja, but they can't see them not having a way to interact with it. Play out Street Wraith. No hard counter for Street Wraith. Okay, sure. And if I try to counter, just run out of Spell Stutter. Okay, so is another Ninja coming? Oh, man. Yeah, we're getting wrecked. We're getting wrecked. You're a few too many lands there. Was that 4 spells all game? Good stuff. Good stuff. Here comes another Ninja. The built-in Cycling of Horror isn't bad. You're right. It's kind of nice that our top end has that, but I kind of wanted the Gurmag Angler. It's naturally a bit bigger. It can come down a lot earlier, just as a surprise, and we're just like uber dead here. Let's show our opponent the rest of our sweet deck before they kill us for their free ticks. All right, go ahead. That was kind of really bad. They're going to flip this Delver, and that's just going to be it, I think. Delver flips. Yep. Gonna go look for a Bolt. This might just be a flop, guys. I totally risk that. It's a lot less like against the odds in that sense. Like, I feel like Modern has a lot of ways for those crazy wins, but yeah, you don't run into weak stuff very often, right? Like last night I played against there we go. GG's. Yeah, we can't. It's Scred Delver. Good games. Oh god, I've had not great openers, but I'll keep this one. I have 2 lands to cast this Cunning Survivor. We're just gonna try to close this out real good. Play an island. Pass turn. Cycle this for black mana. Get Cunning Survivor down next turn. Affinity. Wonderful. Well, at least some of our removal spells are good against Affinity, so that's at least we got that going for us. We have Hydroblast on the board, so we'll play Cunning Survivor. Pass turn. This can block Frogmite too. A little contingency for us. I think Vintage has got to be up there, right? Vintage has to be close to as competitive as Pauper is, and I'm probably biased towards thinking Vintage is more fluid than it is because, for one, I don't play it, and 2, when you're watching like VSL and stuff like that, like Blood Moon, Chalice of the Void, Wrath Effects, yeah, you're right. Like, I guess you can play like a big mana lockout deck with like Rolling Thunder or something, but I guess that already exists and it's drawn. So there's that. But right, opponent holding up 1 mana, so we can kill this Mirror Enforcer and we're not in too much trouble. And I think I will just do that before they can assemble any more kind of. Yeah, so I'm going to cycle Ash Barrens. Go get some more black mana. Trigger Cunning Survivor. He was in water. You had that hot take on the on Ickerslick. Like Chainer's, if you don't want the discard, Chainer's Edict is almost like functionally better. It is like functionally better in a lot of cases because it's not going to kill this. It'll kill this. I almost feel like we should hold this Doomblade unless I play Atog next turn. I'm not really worried about counter magic, so I'll pass. Shouldn't have tapped my island there. Miscalculation, probably relevant. They're going to go to combat and they're going to swing. So are we worth? No, I think we're just going to try to kill this Mirror Enforcer. And if they want to spend their turn like Metallic Rebuking, then okay, they don't. Sure. And what is your follow-up? More big artifacty dudes? Your Seeker Serpent. Well, not an artifacty dude, but a pretty good creature. You could say that was a miss. He did it. There's Atog. Okay. 1 card in hand for Affinity. Looking pretty good. Does something before getting to 3 mana. Absolutely. Okay, so our turn. Heckmoth Sentinels. Sweet draw. Okay, so not a lot of ways out of this one either. Have a good night, Kirk. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good luck with your game tonight. So now we're definitely not countering anything with Miscalculation. So if we go to combat and we attack, cycle a Street Wraith, make them sack an artifact to save their ATOG, and then like Ichor Slick it for -3/-3, make them sack another artifact. They're still on loads of artifacts. They get to keep their ATOG. This all seems very bad. So I'm going to play with Heckmoth Sentinels. Slightly, a little bit more explosive than Heckmoth Sentinels. So this is probably why you guys didn't see this deck at the top tier. I think that was another little tune I made. Are they going to tell me my deck is bad? Thanks, man. A little consolation. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they feel about it when they stomp us. Ugh. I guess we got a little bit of combo potential. But we'll see. I'm just gonna tell them their deck is good. Play what wins, man. Play what wins. If you can win, like, play it. I totally believe that. Okay, so we can cycle both of our Street Wraiths, get behind this Gearseeker Serpent, and kill it. But if they have like Temur Battle Rage in hand, they win. I kind of think we have to do that. So I'm gonna go to blocks, and I'm gonna trade one of my creatures for their Gearseeker Serpent. Make sure I have an F6 accidentally. All right, we'll see how they want to assign. Oh man, no! No! You don't. Oh my gosh, they do. Wow. So that was like 2 critical things there. I killed a Mirror Enforcer instead of an ATOG, and I didn't leave out Miscalculation when I should have. But I would have had to take 6 to do both of those things. We were dead either way, I think. You're right. Such is the nature of being there for the bad cards when they need us most. Trading with Serpent there is actually pretty sick with the Street Wraiths. It is. They got the double strike going. I mean, they're attacking for 11. So they attack for 11. We go down to 17. We go down to bolt range. Let's go down to bolt range just for funsies. Just for funsies. I'm sure our opponent won't gain much from this little bit of information. And who knows? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Just for the funsies. The thing about playing just for funsies is if you play in the just for fun rooms, you never know when the just for funsies should end. You never know if you should just keep playing or not. Got flanged. Okay, so in come the Hydroblasts and the Dispel. Maybe not the Dispel, but in come the Hydroblasts and the Doomblade. They don't really have any way with interacting with that. We will take out our Miscalculations. And... oh, I took out a Soratami. Do not want to do that. We'll take out Miscalculations. We'll take out 1 Raven's Crime and probably an Ichor Slick. Hopefully we can get a 2-for-1 out of this. Maybe that's not it. Maybe we just take our Countervailing Winds. Just take out the bad counters for countering stuff that we want to counter. These might be okay against like an early Gearseeker Serpent. So maybe I want one of these in. What do you guys think? Yeah, trading for Serpent might have been okay. If they were on anything but Fling, we might have been in okay shape, but yeah, I don't know, gang. Okay, so I think I'll go down one. No, Heckma Sentinels can survive Galvanic Blast. So what do I want to bring in? Do I even want one Miscalculation? I don't feel like one is enough. We draw in the late game, it's just so brutal when they've got their free spells. It can stop them in the early game, which is why it's interesting. Why I'm actually considering it. Like, look at all this tech against Boggles and Heroic. You'd never know that we played against a bunch of Boggles and Heroic last week. Anyway, I think this is what it looks like. Boggles! Okay, let's play. Play first. D-Sand? D's minus, but I'll keep it. Maybe we can start Ravens cramming them and get them down off of any relevant stuff. So like commit a bunch of stuff to the board, and then we can start Ravens cramming 4/4s, hopefully. Unless they're on like one of those good draws. Okay, so let's Ravens cram you. See how they respond to that. And I'll cycle the Street Wraith just as soon as we can't make our land drop. We're gonna pitch a Prophetic Prism. Well, that's pretty much 2 for 1, right? And we get rid of Prophetic Prism with Bazooka Bog, and we'll pass. So next turn we'll be on the Turbo Angler plan with Careful Study, Street Wraith and stuff. Because this can block a lot of their 4/4s. I figured this deck was worse against Affinity regardless, but... So let's cycle Street Wraith, get a little bit more information. We might get more mana. We don't. Okay, let's Careful Study. We'll pitch Cloud Skater because it's way too expensive right now. And we'll probably want Grizzly Survivor for later. We'll definitely want Hydroblast and Doomblade. Ichor Slick is just the worst card here. It has Madness, but we can't Madness it. Oh, good. You recognize we cannot Madness it. 1 untapped mana off of Ye Olde Germ Daddy. Raven's Crime doesn't get us all the way there, so I guess we just pass. It doesn't help us get it out next turn either. They'll probably pitch something somewhat irrelevant. Not really sure. But I'm playing way too slow and touching my face, so that means my choice can't possibly be that relevant. I think we want our lands for now. Unfortunately. So, your turn. Untap land would be kind of sweet here. Okay, what do you got? What are we looking at here? Thoughtcast, okay. Thoughtcast, pretty good against Raven's Crime. Find red mana. Well, they always had... I guess they always had their perfect mana. And they probably know we're a little scared of Mirror Enforcer, so maybe they'll run out... Ooh, Relic. Oh, that's bad. Okay, they're going to Relic us, so we will get rid of Ichor Slick. We still have enough mana to cast this Germ Angler next turn, so at least that's going. All right, so let's... Or they've got Relic now. We're going to have to bin the whole yard. And I guess Raven's Crime wasn't looking as good anyway. Because we don't have the unblockable dude. All right, let's give him a turn to have it. And by give him a turn to have it, I mean all of our interaction is kind of a non thing anyway. We'll delve into an angler, pass the turn. See if they can answer a 5/5. They may answer a 5/5 by playing a 4/4 or an ATOG. We lose our Raven's Crown, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We'll play Grizzly Survivor, which is pretty good at trading with 4/4s if we can find like a Soratami or something. We're drawn to Ash Baronses. Here comes Gear Seeker Serpent. Okay. Yep, that's okay. Also not that scary due to the Doomblade. Once again, my life has been reduced to the fact that an untapped land would be excellent here. All right, turn comes back to us. We find Cloud Skater. Okay, so Doomblade this. with the Blade. Get in for 5. Ooh, what's this? What? Oh, they're gonna fling it. Oh, okay, sure. Fling it at Gurmangler. All good. They will exile our Gurmangler. We weren't getting that back anyway. I don't really think we wanted to counter fling there. Like, I don't know. Like, it was already sacked. I guess they would have been down a Gearseeker Serpent. We would, yeah, maybe we countered the fling there. I want to say this to kill an Atog. I feel like them countering off with Atog at this point is kind of the worst case scenario for us. And I was sort of tunnel visioned on getting the Sortami down, but that doesn't matter anymore. So let's resolve our relevant threat now, huh, gang? Rayless Research, what will you sack? A land? Their mana's pretty good now. Yeah, that was probably incorrect. I probably countered the fling in the perfect world there. In a perfect world there. But I don't know. I still think this countering Atog is important. Find another Hydroblast. Okay. So let's play Grizzly Survivor. Leave up some protection for it. Pass the turn. We'll see what their turn's going to look like. I will protect this now. How much do you play around Atog? You know? How long could I play around an Atog? There's a Mirror Enforcer, probably not very long, by the looks of things. There's a Flare Husk, okay. So they can equip up. This makes our Chain Energy Edict worse. Ugh. I guess Gurmangler still doesn't even look that great on this board, but and at least this trades with 4/4s eventually. Yep, here comes Carapace Forger. Sure. All right, turn comes back to us. Ash Barrens. Okay. So being able to cycle Ash Barrens and kill a 4/4 doesn't really save this. It's almost more worth it. Yeah, no, it's not more worth it. So I'm going to keep it in hand, miss our land drop, and pass. Leave up blue mana for Hydroblast. No attacks, unfortunately. Yeah, I think saving the... You're probably right, though. Saving the clock was probably correct. If we could find answers for this stuff. There's a Chromatic Star. Okay. That's cool. There's an Atog, so I will just counter that. Before... Yeah. Deal. Deal. We can deal with it next turn. Don't have to deal with it today. I'm going to sack Chromatic Star. Pump Atog. Yep. Draw a card. I was a little worried about that. Like, I didn't want them to maybe find protection for it, but we do have 2 answers, so that was probably correct. Yep. And it does block everything here. Absolutely. We would have found the second Hydroblast. It would have been okay. All right, so let's go into blocks. We will trade this for Mirror Enforcer, or if that becomes relevant, try to trade this for Mirror Enforcer. Hitch Ash Barrens. And having a Street Wraith would have been kind of sweet there, but you never know. Oh my gosh, what is this? Removal spell. Sure. Gotcha. Okay. Sure. I kind of understand. I guess Heckmaw Sentinels could eventually get out of range of a burn spell or a removal spell. So we'll trade with Mirror Enforcer. We'll get a blue mana. And kill this Mirror Enforcer. Hoping to find like a Doomblade. Something like that. Be sweet. Our turn. All right, what do we got? Cunning Survivor. Okay, that's an all right blocker. Not really, though. Actually, it doesn't block anything at all. Now we just need to draw perfectly. And I might start, I don't know if I shouldn't hold lands for Raven's Crime because there's a potential of, yeah, okay, pass. And I'll block Atog next turn, see if they want to sack an artifact to lose a bit of value. Still going to take a lot of damage. Not a whole lot of ways for us to deal with this Carapace Forger, so that kind of blows. Get rid of Heckmaw Sentinels. See what our opponent found. Go to attacks. Yep. Get in. We will go to blocks. Block like this. One for rip. I know, right? They're gonna sack to Atog. Okay. And we will Hydroblast it. Try to Hydroblast it. We have another Hydroblast, so not a big deal. But that's all our Hydroblasts, and that's all the spells out of our opponent's hand. So we take 5 down to 7. We have lots of spot removal in our deck. We have lots of Chainer's Edicts and stuff. There are ways out of this. They're going to draw with Relic. Okay, searching. Open Wish and Praying. I wonder if they just have the kill here with like a fling or something. They don't. Okay, good. Well, we still take 5, and they could have found another 4/4. Yeah, you're right, though. The Gurmag Angler, that was key there. Carapace Forger. They found another 4/4. Wonderful. We can get another Hydroblast. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna jump for a turn. We'll see what happens. But that's probably just it. I know, no go Ronan J. I know. Oh boy, a Hydroblast. Hey, it'll save us from that lethal Galvanic Blast, I guess. Here they come. The Carapace Forgers. Yeah. That happens, man. Can't hope to jank it out. I don't really have the windmills against Affinity. Well, that's it. GG's. Thanks, Affinity. Unexciting, but keepable. All right. Little Drummer Boy, 527. What do you got for me? Parumpa Pum Pum. Let's do it. Let's get a match win. Oh yeah, Sentry is nuts. Ozzy popping in, trying to start that green. We're all over here getting hyped about Magic cards. Ozzy just wants us to get hyped about this green toilet. Does it look really good? Is it unrefutably beautiful? Yeah, so if you just want to send me deck lists, I'll absolutely have a look at them. There's so little time for me to like test my own that very often I'll just like only get a chance to test my own brew a couple times, and then I'll end up rushing somewhere to find a deck list to play. And yeah, so usually I'll just grab something like something that someone submitted and jam it. It's been kind of nice. Oh man, Tron. Okay, come on. We've got to beat Tron, guys. We have to beat Tron. I'm going to cycle this Miscalculation and... Oh, no, it's not Tron. Okay, so... Counter that Tinder Wall. Big time. Bigly. Our turn. Oh no, Dimir. Oh, the horror. What a shame. I suppose it kind of is. We're missing land drops, so we'll cycle Street Wraith. We find a Fairy Macabre. Okay, so I'm going to cycle Countervailing Winds. We'll plan to Gurmag Angler next turn. Find another Miscalculation. Okay. We're just going to get stuck on lands, but we can just pitch one of these to cast Gurmag Angler, and that's not a huge disaster, depending on what they play here. If it's just a creature, then we can Chainer's Edict it, at least. It kind of is. It does have kind of an aggressive. Oh, nice, a decent edict target. It kind of is. So if you want to check it out, Mike, here's the deck. Here's the deck list. And yes, it tries to be aggressive sometimes, although it doesn't really look like we're being aggressive right now, given our hand. It is walls. It's walls indeed. And I'm still not even optimistic enough to be like, the 1/4 dream is alive. There's Overgrown Battlement, okay. Wonder if our opponent's on the Force Spike plan. So... Yep, I think we just Gurmag Angler here. So let's pitch a Fairy Miscreant, discarding, or exiling these cards. Yeah, well, we got Pulse. Pulse is under control. And I'm doing this so that I don't have to exile my Chainer's Edict. Hopefully they don't have an immediate answer for Gurmag Angler or like a Force Spike. Oh my god, I'd tilt into oblivion if that was Force Spike. Oh yeah, it's coming. Here comes turn 5 Crusher. Nah, just a Wall of Roots. A really cool looking Wall of Roots, though. Add some mana, get a Jotty Offshoot, and add some mana. Get a Vent Sentinel. All right. Vent Sentinel is decent. Don't have to exile this Edict, he says on turn 5 with 2 lands in play. Oh my god. This is, man, getting stuck on lands this hard is brutal. So they can't productively block this Gurmag Angler in any way, so I'm going to swing. The Gurmag Angler. And I don't know that we have an option but to... Like, Miscalculation's a lot worse here. I kind of want a Careful Study because I'd like to Raven's Crime here, though. So I'm going to do that. Nope, just a bunch more not lands. Wonderful. Well, I get to live the dream of successfully Raven's Criming them. So we get that going for us. At the very least, they're not on lands. If they're on like Axebane Guardian Freed from the Real, imagine. Oh, they did have a copy of Freed from the Real in their hand, effectively. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the 5-0 list dump. Twice, actually. So he's gone for, they have gone 5-0 with it a couple of times. And I think this might be it. I don't know if I saw Vent Sentinel on that list. Doorkeeper. Oh, they're on the mill plan too? They're just trying to kill us in all the ways. God. Sure, gonna burn us. It was a one of. Oh, okay. Oh my god, Wall Mill. Vent Sentinel is just gonna kill us in a second. That doesn't do it. Guys, this sucks. I hate getting mana screwed so bad. Or mana screwed. Just wants to show you he has lots of different cards. Look at all my cards. I wonder if Hydroblast is worth it. Doorkeeper. Yikes. Oh, right. Yeah. Man, I need this Chainer's Edict. Yeah, no, that would have been appropriate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because if we would have gone Angler, maybe found a removal spell. Taps a bunch of mana. Vent Sentinel. Okay. At least we would. I love that that Lynx makes the appropriate heads up play of what you're actually supposed to do, and then I just don't do it. We do get a very cheap Angler. Yikes. Yikes. I don't know. Is that just enough? Like, are we just... At least they're tapping their mana incorrectly too? You can only Vent Sentinel once here? We are so dead. I don't know if we want to show them what we're up to. Yeah. Because if we start casting Grizzly Survivors and stuff, like, oh my god, that was so brutal. Okay. Doomblade comes in. Hydroblasts? Are Hydroblasts relevant? They're unfreed from the reel. I have a special knife for stabbing the infinite combo players. yeah. I should, you think, in my sideboard. You don't really plan a sideboard for we're freed from the reel. So they have infinite mana, so this doesn't matter. Oh my god, I was just throwing daggers at free from the reel. We're gonna get wrecked. Pitch 1 Raven's Crime. It seemed like they were pretty good at getting hellbent, but we want the repeatable the repeatable discard on our side. Well, why not? We're all your inside outs. I know, right? All right, this is fine. We got a couple of threats. We have an answer. This can play out like a perfectly normal game. Playing 3 mana 2/2 flyers isn't the worst plan against a deck that doesn't have any way of dealing with defenders or a way of dealing with flyers. I'm gonna Jotty Offshoot. We find Ichor Slick. We'll deal with that Jotty Offshoot eventually. I'm just gonna pass here. I don't want to fire off Careful Study. It could matter later. And who knows? Maybe we'll find something to Doomblade. Yep, okay. Couple of life gain triggers, nothing to Doomblade. And I believe we're going to start playing Fairy Macaques. Get Macabed. It's an honest plan. It has nothing to do with fancy new cards or Vent Sentinels or Freed from the Reels or any of that nonsense. You know? It's the 1/4 plan. So we'll see how this goes now. We'll see what our opponent wants to do. 7 mana, or sorry, 7 cards in hand. Another Evolving Wilds. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. That amount of iconicism. Iconicness? Is iconicism? Did I just make that up? Yes, you have many plans to choose from. I don't really care enough about this Jotty Offshoot, so I'm going to bog them. Go to combat. Attack with Fairy Macaque. They're going to sack, yep. Kind of an irrelevant time, I guess. I'm not even going to do it. Not even going to do myself. Judging by how well my other impressions go, I don't think me trying to talk like Saffron Olive could ever go well. I wrote it down, so now it's a word. Iconicism. Probably. Sorry, I know that amount of shrillness could never go well with any kind of distance from a microphone. Excuse me. Freed from the Reel on a Jotty Offshoot? Next level me? Doran? But how? We're almost like we're 1 mana away from madnessing out this Ichor Slick anyway. Did miss a probably. We're attacking for 4 in the air now. That's a legitimate plan. So okay, they transmute Drift. No, they just play Drift. Okay. Do I even care enough about that to kill it? Probably. Start getting in. I don't want to give them that much time. Okay, so I'll kill Drift and get a little bit of that F6 value. I'm not doing any cycling or anything like that. We might get to either madness out Ichor Slick next turn on a Jotty Offshoot or an Axebane Guardian, or also we just get to administer beats with Cunning Survivor that way. A real life Drift of Phantasms. I know, right? I immediately snapped off that they were transmuting it. There's no way. What they're probably building up for a single turn. Like they're going to, I don't know, hasty Axebane Guardian, jank, win. The transmute is cute. It is. It's pretty. I do like the way it looks on the card, without all that reminder text. Oh yeah. Yeah, Real Wraith is going to happen. Real Wraith is how I was winning in the TP room, dude. Real, like, Street Wraith wasn't even that, like, I played him against some Mono Black control and some Dimir control. Like, Street Wraith felt okay. Street Wraith feels very bad here. There's not an Icar Slick target. Our turn, we draw Raven's Crime. That's interesting. So let's cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, thanks for the sub, Tess. Woohoo! All right, man. Thank you so much. Is that a sub? Oh, man, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. I really appreciate that, man.
Oh,
Yeah, this is definitely... Is that another sub? What? Are we just turbo subbing tonight? oh, excuse me. My cat has some playing to do. I definitely want to cast more Fairy Miscreants and this Cunning Survivor. So I will pitch this. I guess we gotta pitch Street Wraith. Kind of a bummer. Madnessing out this Icar Slick or cycling it later seems pretty good. Or even using it to remove an Axebane Guardian. So I think we're gonna have to pitch Street Wraith. The other cards, Cunning Survivor might be worse, given that the Cunning Survivor gets worse with the rest of these cards. Yeah, let's pitch Street Wraith. It's not becoming unblockable at any point soon. So we'll go to combat, attack for a bunch. Removal spell in hand. Go to combat. Get in. Removal spell and a scattered bit of free discard. And we will play out Fairy Mist. And it's your turn. I don't remember Hot Shots, and that's about it for Sheen movies. I used to wear this shirt, this bowler shirt, and for one reason or another, I felt like Charlie Sheen in it. I don't know if it was like that whole snake from The Simpsons thing, but I definitely felt like Charlie Sheen wearing that shirt. I don't know if our opponent is just on the crazy floods or something. Like, I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, so we're cycling this Icar Slick now. To make our dude unblockable, we might find... Oh, yes, I had Tiger Blood in my veins. To make our guy unblockable, can't Madness it, unfortunately. Draw a card. See what it is. If it's a land, I'll probably run a Grizzly Survivor instead of making them discard. Oh, it's a Careful Study. Okay, well, that's good for next turn. That's good for next turn. So play Cunning Survivor. Go to combat. I don't know what our opponent's plan is. I guess they're just going to try to go infinite super fast. Maybe I did have Tiger Blood. I don't know. They're essentially dead next turn. I don't really know what we're looking at here. You can't transmute instant speed. They're going to Doorkeeper us. A Street Wraith? Street Wraith. Yeah, so I hope we win next turn. We don't die here. That would be ideal. I'm gonna pulse back Drift, Axebane Guardian, sure. Game? Is this game? Can we get it? Can we please have this? I need this. I need this for myself and my body. All right, so Dimir Aqueduct backwater. Was it better? Was it really? Like, you got to give credit where credit's due here. Careful Study. We still have a discard outlet. Okay, we also found a Doomblade. So let's discard and discard. Bunch of triggers. even get to Raven's Crime him. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna attack. Try to win. I know it's boring, but let's hope it does it. Jeez. Don't have like Echoing Truth or something stupid like that. Swing, win, please. Please? 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 I'll watch it again. And well, once this makes its way to YouTube. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can have that forever. My mind's telling me no, but my body telling me yeah. That build took forever. Oh goodness. Sorry about that. I'm glad you managed to finish the green build. Oh, you know what? That's the hardest part of a game for me, is like when you're right at that critical moment. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else that really ups our ante here. I guess we're just going again. You should have, for the green build, I should have got you to sneak in like a 42069 in there somewhere. Like that really would have done it for me. Oh, amazing. Keepable hands all night. All night. I don't know how other Chainer's Edict decks play so few lands. We have a Dismal Backwater. That's enough for me, because we can Careful Study eventually. We get a couple draw steps to look at stuff. We got a couple Careful Studies to look at stuff. A lot of cycling in our deck. Street Wraiths and stuff. All right, your turn. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the Freed from the Real deck that just memes us directly into oblivion. Cycle Street Wraith. Draw a card. It's Chainer's Edict. Careful Study. Careful. Found a land. That's good. We have more Careful Studies. I don't know how many Careful Studies we're going to want. Doesn't look like we'll need a ton more removal. So I'm going to do it like this, and like maybe Hydroblast. We didn't even see their Vent Sentinels last time, so I'll go down the next Hydroblast. Do you not just have 42069 tattooed on your wrist? Oh my god. The hidden 42069 was on my hand this whole time. All along, 42069 was here, inside of us. You sounded like Lord Chamberlain from the Dark Crystal with the please, please. Oh no. I'm now making a sim for that house that uses all green for all green everything. Heck yeah. All right, what's this? Overgrown Battlement. Okay. I feel like they don't really care about sacking any other dirtily dudes to Chainer's Edict. Ash Barrens. Well, let's cycle Ash Barrens for blue mana and Chainer's Edict them. Or just play Ash Barrens, play Grizzly Survivor, administer the beats, make them start chumping. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do exactly that. There you go. It's on you now. Can't exactly win into nowhere with this hand, but Careful Study being a sorcery and all that. Excuse me, guys. A bus just incidentally parked out in front of my house for a second. Never mind. It's the garbage man. Shouts out to the garbage man. Seriously, no hate. You guys got to take that garbage. Oh, this turned out very well for us. Kill Crusher. We will do we Careful Study here? Maybe we Careful Study here. I think we Careful Study. We're trying to hit a land too. It'll let us attack through this Doorkeeper. Oh, I don't really want to pitch Fairy in it. Get crushed. Pitch Fairy Macabre and Careful Study. Couple triggers. Play Radiant Fountain, gain some life. Go to combat, attack for 6. Now, let's just fade additional Ulamog's Crushers. Can we do that? I don't really have an answer to more Ulamog's Crushers. How many Ulamog's Crushers can this deck have? Approximately 0. They're going to play a Drift of Phantasms. Phantasmos. leave up mill 3 by the looks. So we will Edict pre-combat next turn and discard this fairy instant speed if that's relevant. Jimmy Colorado? Why would you tempt fate? We got him. Milled 3 lands. All right, so 2 ways to discard instant speed. So let's go ahead and Chainer's Edict you. They're going to discard their blocker. That's all right with me. Go to combat. Swing with Grizzly Survivor. We'll go through to blocks. Pitch our Ash Barrens. Get a black source. Pump. Jimmy Colorado, that is a fantastic hat. Trigger, trigger, chicken dinner. Oh man, would I ever love a Ravenscrime just to feel so safe in life, but we do not have that luxury. All right, what's this? No, not another Crusher. Come on. That's not funny. Damn it. Well, this could go badly. Cunning Survivor. Yes. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Play Cunning Survivor. Play Fairy Macabre. I'll pass. Oh man, a Ravenscrime would have been great there. Awesome. God. Axebane Guardian. Opponent comboing off in all the ways. Has to attack. So, man. I guess we just pitch Grizzly Survivor. Radiant Fountain? But we're like, we have to find Doomblade. Or that's almost it. 1/4 Dream has not totally escaped just yet. I feel like it's definitely on the way there. We'll take 8. We have very few draw steps to get there. Gurmangler doesn't... Well, I guess Gurmangler means we can, like, we can block it next turn. Okay. Okay, guys, everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. We're gonna kill this thing. I guess there's no reason to delve a bunch of stuff. I'll just pay this much mana. Delve, delve, delve away. Just there, just there. We have to discard. We have to sack 2 lands, but I believe we get to keep at least a creature, an evasive one. They're gonna lose their Ulamog's Crusher. I friggin' hope if they draw some kind of interactive spell here. Oh my dear God. Doorkeeper Mills. We find another Chainer's Edict. They're pretty far away. I don't want to exile that edict. All right, so they're going to indefinitely attack with this Ulamog's Crusher. Yep. We will sack and sack. And block a bunch of times. Am I actually just like... How's that for your ASMR? All right, so we're going to lose Fairy Macabre. We're going to get to keep our 1/3. And is this freed from the real? Just get blown out by absolutely anything. Demur Aqueduct. Okay. Well, we might as well grab an untapped land just in case that's relevant. And our opponent's on the mill plan. Yeah, get blown out by like literal anything. Luckily, they were on lands. Oh my goodness, is this like Pulse Marasa? No, okay. Sure. Oh, God. Well, that's a land. Come on, deck. We're 28 cards in library. There's a Street Wraith. Not ever going to be able to get in conceivably, so we'll trigger, get unblockable. Draw a card. Play a land. Play Fairy Macabre. Get him for 2. Have a great night, Ozzy. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed your green build with me rambling on in the background. Was it the heavy breathing? I'm sorry. That was a little too much. Okay, so we'll just keep giving it to them. There's a Jotty offshoot, sure. And opponent can't attack. They can do milling. We dealt with 2 Ulamog's Crushers, guys. 22 cards in library. We have 1, 2... Hydroblast. Good draw, team. Alright, go to combat. Attack for 2. I have a clock! I guess so do they. We'll pass the turn. This Hydroblast is proving to be quite ineffective. I guess if they find their win condition that... Oh, maybe not. Okay. Vent Sentinel. Well, we'll counter that. And F6. They're milling us for 4 a turn. So we both have a 5-turn clock here. Maybe we'll just squeak it out. Yeah. There's a Raven's Crime. Well, that will enhance our clock. We just have to find lands. We did it, Reddit. There's another Cunning Survivor. Okay. Play Cunning Survivor. Attack with Fairy Macabre. Lands are pretty good here. Pass the turn. Oh, yikes. Yikes. I don't like it when they're this close. I don't like it when they're this close at all. Opponent playing Vent Sentinel? Not another Ulama. Come on. How many of those do you have? Is this Rolling Thunder for 11? Oh my god, I countered Vent Sentinel and they have Rolling Thunder? Wait! Wait! Oh, my poor opponent. I am legitimately so sorry. Man, I was friggin' dead. Like, do you just like, I don't know. Do you scoop? That's not fair. I don't know. Could they have won any other way? What do you think, guys? Is it too scummy? Is it too scummy not to? I mean... If you guys tell me to scoop, they're not dead yet. If you tell me to scoop, I will. All we have to do is find a land and we win. Okay. Well, that's good enough. So... You don't want me to scoop? Well, they said it's okay. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. Okay. So that's gonna be it. Are we so craven? I kind of am. I lose a lot. Like, and that would be one of the reasons I would lose a match. This is fine enough. All we have to do is we have 2 draws. We just have to find some blue mana. We have lots of ways to find it. Part of me thinks I should have. They did tell me it was okay in the chat. Okay, pass the turn. What would Saffron Olive do? Oh man, okay, so opponent's on Monarch. Cool. Now I'm gonna go looking. Oh, there's a blue source anyway. Sweet. Okay, so let's blue source. We'll leave up Miscalculation for their first egg. I really, I really needed that match win. These play points don't grow on trees. Oh my god, I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. But we're playing against Monarch now, so we'll see. All right, what's this? Not going to cast anything. Commendable. Okay. Find another Miscalculation. That should still be fine against a good few things. So I'm going to stay the course. I might cycle one at the end of I'll probably cycle one at the end of this turn. Start looking for black mana. It's really funny that we didn't run into any decks that incidentally don't have like there was no swamps. Like I don't think we hit a single swamp. And we have Street Wraiths, but that's funny. Not like, I don't mean like we didn't hit a single swamp as we were drawing cards here. I mean like we didn't hit a single swamp playing deck. That free deck might have had it. Okay, here comes Raven Inspector. We're still at 22, feeling kind of okay. Are they just gonna make us have it here? They're still not playing Lance, so I might just hold on to this Miscalculation. Tap land, okay. It can counter a ton of their deck. The only thing that it doesn't counter that I care about is Glinthawk. What's this? Cool, okay. Very, very okay with countering a Core Skyfisher. All right, guys, this deck went 4-1 last night, so let's see if we can eke it out against them. All right, our turn. We draw a swamp. Good, good. I don't really want a Careful Study here. I guess I could Raven's Crime them, leave up. Yeah, leave up Miscalculation again. And if I don't find a use for it, I will certainly cycle it away. Because they're getting to the point where mana isn't very important for them. Maybe I shouldn't have made that into such a moment, guys, you know? Maybe I built it up to be more than it was. I will worry about this. I'll take it right away. I'll take it home. All right, let's see what this is. Boros Garrison. Okay, sure. And is opponent going to be playing around our Careful or our Miscalculations for the rest of the game, I wonder? I don't know. We're going to cycle one away, so probably not. Yeah, it's about time that we cycle one. I guess I could catch a Prophetic Prism, but we don't really have time for that. There's a Fairy Macabre that we can't cast. Dismal Backwater is okay. We'll play Dismal Backwater and just say go. Working our way up to that full value Ickerslick here. Yeah, this has been interesting. You know, like seeing how this plays out, considering that I was deck building in a combo direction and I veered back into a control, like a combo control direction. A value-based deck, I guess, get value on your creatures based off what you do, but this is also a value-based deck that gets value off of what it does. Okay, so Street Wraith still just dies to Galvanic Blast. So I'm just going to play out this Ash Barrens, say go. Yeah, Ickerslick. So this is one of the most interesting cards for me because it is a 2-for-1. You get it, you discard it, so you get value off it that way. And you know, we want cards that discard to give something -3/-3. You can instant speed it out, which is pretty decent. But in reality, like we were talking about this earlier, and it's possible that Chainer's Edict might just be a better card. Okay, they're going to play it with Raven Inspector. Yep. There's a clue. And have you anything else? Drawn a card. Radiant Fountain, yep. And it looks like they're just on the value plan. So I'm going to, I don't even know. I would have, should have, could have run out of Street Wraith last turn if I wasn't going to do this. So I'm going to do this now. Lots of other fun removal spells to find. Chainer's Edicts are going to be okay for a second until they find their Battle Screeches. They might be on the Pascal 3000 list that we were playing last night. So let's do this. Icarslick draws us a card. Hey, Kim Jong. You almost got me. Yeah, welcome. This is blue-black cycling, I guess we would call it. We're playing cards like Cunning Survivor. I call it Cycle Survive because I think it's got a snappy name. It plays Cunning Survivor, Street Wraith, Fairy Macabre, stuff like that. And it tries to win by discarding cards on the cheap like. And pecking in for damage with little beaters while controlling your opponent's board. And yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Magic Online. It's a great program, especially if you're interested in Pauper. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'd love to answer them. It looks like they're on mono removal. Okay, so there goes the Survivor. This can still block all of their whatchamacallits. Since it can hit Core Skyfisher and Chainer's Edict doesn't fight it well. Yeah. Doesn't fight well through Thraben Inspector. Yeah, it's true. So it looks like our opponent was on just like mono removal spells. So let's play out Street Wraith. Kind of sucks that we're tapping all of our black mana to do this. And let's get a clock going. Hopefully they don't just have a Galvanic Blast here or something. Galvanic Blast Journey to Nowhere. They're ready to sit back and play the long game, so. Can confirm the name Hundo P Snappy. So you're a cyclist? Are you in performance enhancing drugs? I guess that those are all pretty valid assertions about that cyclist, but no, I personally do not cycle. No. I cycle cards in this cycling deck. Oh, they're gonna pick up Thraben Inspector. Ooh, replay Thraben Inspector, draw a bunch of cards. I know this deck well. I like that. KJ. Yep, opponent going through their whole deck. Okay, so let's play Gurmag Angler. I think we'll Edict them and then play an Angler. Yeah. So we can just, we're only Edicting, right? We're probably Doomblading actually. So let's get rid of this stuff. We'll keep Raven's Crime. That might become relevant later. Pay black. And Doomblade your Skyfisher. Yeah. KJ works? Okay, good. I'm glad. All right, let's see if opponent found Journey to Nowhere. Looks like they did not. That's good news. Very good news. Just a bunch of Alchemist Vial, gonna cantrip through their deck. This deck, as I found last night, can turn around from the very dregs of defeat. They gain some life. No attacks with Thraben Inspector, so they're probably leaving up, or they could leave up Galvanic Blast to kind of blow us out here. So I'm going to Chainer's Edict them so they can't block with Thraben Inspector, so I can get in for 5. Oh, Magic the Gathering, got it. So do you play Magic? Have you played much Magic in your days? Or are you just new to all of it? The whole 9 yards, the whole kit and caboodle, if you would. You might be new to the kit, which is Magic the Gathering, but the caboodle is a complete mystery to you, and that's fine too. That was just the Google Home becoming sentient behind us. I'll have 6 here. This could very much become a game about the clock. Is this a Palace Sentinels? Nah, it just sends enlistment. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, so we found Cloud Skater. That's pretty spicy. Let's play out Cloud Skater. Oh, you started in Rise of the Eldra. You started before I did, so you're on it. You're into it. That's awesome. Congrats on your Emrakul. Frig. Talk about getting you invested into the game. That would draw me right in. I played Born of the God, or no, what was it? It was, I think Theros was probably the first set that I was into. So you're gonna draw a card, discard a card. Hope they can't just like remove this straight away, I guess, but they could. Very on and off. Okay, well, that's cool. They're gonna try to blast it. So we will bring another land back to our hand. We'll bounce Radiant Fountain. Planning to play it out. I don't want to Raven's Crime that away. Well, maybe I'll have to. I'm gonna have to pitch one of these things here. I think I'm gonna pitch Careful Study because we're gonna be playing this out over a couple of turns. All right, so Galvanic Blast resolves. My first pack was Theros, and I opened a Thoughtseize, immediately traded away for an Agent of Fates. Oh, your fate. You had a brutal fate. Your fate was exacted upon you like that. Okay, so it's a lot of Ash Barrens. We'll pitch an Ash Barrens, pump up Cunning Survivor, play a Radiant Fountain, go to combat. I'm going to hold these Ash Barrenses so that we can continue to make our Cunning Survivor unblockable. We're going to sack Alchemist Vial and Cunning Survivor, sure. And we'll attack with Gurmag Angler. I feel like they're trying to orchestrate some kind of Galvanic Blast plan here. But if they want to trade a token and Galvanic Blast, I think that's almost enough. We know that the last blast's out of their hand, and we could stand to find another Gurmag Angler someday. So we'll see if that's what they want to do. Yep, looks like it is. Sentimentally. Oh, yeah, keep it. Absolutely. No reason to just chuck away something great like that. All right, your turn. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. That's pretty good. We have the Unblockable Survivor for stealing the Monarch. Which is pretty great. Pretty okay, actually. So the combo of Ash Barrens Raven's Crime is pretty cool, especially if we just keep drawing lands. We're going to try to get them Hellbent about as fast as we can. So I'm going to flashback Sen's Enlistment here, try to put a faster clock on us than we have. Kind of looks like it. Kind of looks like it. Yep. Oh, just another hard casted Sen's Enlistment. Oh no, that was flashback. Okay. All good. Gonna flash it back again. Shrivel and Echoing Decay, man. Ugh. It's good to hold on to cards for that reason. Yeah, no, it really is. I for a while I was, and I think I still do have a ton of whatchamacallits. Okay, cycle Ash Barrens. Pump up Cunning Survivor. Get black mana. And Raven's Crime. You. Actually, no. I don't think, like, Chainer's Edict is just bunk here. Like, there isn't even any reason for us to play more lands. So I think I'll just keep giving them unblockability. I know our clock isn't as good as theirs, but... And I was supposed to play my Fairy Macabre there, by the way. That was Punt City. Whatchamacallit? Yes, yes. So I'm just gonna punt myself here. First, like, probably true punt of the night, except maybe not countering that fling earlier, but that wasn't entirely obvious. All right, so I'm gonna play a... Yeah, eh? 5 Sen's Enlistment tokens. Wonderful. Let's cast a Fairy Macabre. Get our opponent Hellbent. Oh, we can't do that this turn, but that's okay. I'll get some black mana. I guess I'll play out one more land and tap it. Raven's Crime you. Discard this land card. Still irrationally love that card. Which one is that? I'm going to have to look up Agent of Fate. So Steve would like to Alchemist Vial for a measly 3 damage. Agents. What's the name? Where is it? Agent of Fates? Alright, so Raven's Crime resolves. We'll go to combat. Swing for 3. At the very least, we've got a blocker. Assassin, 3/2 Death Touch Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Agent of Fates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Alright, so here's to hoping our opponent just starts suiciding their Kithkins into our Fairy Macabres, but it doesn't get a whole lot better because they have Sen's Enlistment here. Prismatic Strands is pretty good against an all-in combo plan. You're gonna Journey. That's a bummer. What will you target? Cunning Survivor? No, Fairy Miscreant. Okay. Or Fairy Macabre. Oh my gosh. How many times have I called it Fairy Miscreant? A lot of times. But it isn't Thoughtseize. Yeah, Thoughtseize is pretty incredible. Iconic, even. Okay, so opponent's gonna swang for 5. We're at 10, so it's looking like we're gonna be pretty up against it here. There's Ash Baron, so let's cast a Fairy Miscreant. And just pass. Yeah. Attacking doesn't do anything here, so pass the turn. Leave this for unblockability when it matters. Opponent's Hellbent. But the value is still super sweet. Don't ever stop believing. Believe in me who believes in you. Batal Screech. Okay, so it's pretty much over here. They're gonna have a bunch of flyers. Do they only have the 1 Sen's Enlistment? Man, that card just destroyed us. So realistically, like, Echoing Decay is a lot better than Shrivel, but I'll still probably bring a Shrivel in for the bird tokens. I would say they're getting in here. Go to blocks. All those Pyroblasts are going to do work too. All right, our turn. Island. Still not entirely relevant. Let's pass. But I think we're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block, block. Take 7. Okay, we'll concede. All right, so bring in Echoing Decay, bring in Shrivel, bring in some Hydroblasts. Not too many. We'll take out Raven's Crime, because they're going to have like 7 cards in hand. They're going to have a bunch of stuff they don't mind pitching. We'll take out Ichor Slicks, because there's better ways to 2-for-1 your opponent. Yeah, I feel like Raven's Crime and all that junk is probably just not that good there. This Calculation was pretty good in the early game. I don't think Countervailing Winds will be very good, because this game will eventually... Yeah, actually, this is probably better than a Miscalculation. And if we wanted to keep one, we'd take out maybe a Hydroblast or something. Steve Perry sheds a tear. Someone stops believing. You distinctly cannot stop believing. Maybe we need another Shrivel. Maybe one of these Hydroblasts should be a Shrivel. Okay, I've decided. That's the deck. And that's what the sideboard looks like. So let's do it. Let's hope we can make it there. What do you guys think? So in the Reddit article, should I bring up that I didn't scoop to my opponent's lethal Rolling Thunder? Get real controversial with it? Or is that a pretty easy way to develop more hate than I should develop for myself? All right, get our opponent to discard and pass the turn. Planning for an early angler to kind of put them up against it, make them have a journey. Fingers crossed. Let's go 2-3 at least. I can use those 40 play points. Yep. Raven Inspector. There's Cloud Skater. What if I just run out Cloud Skater and start attacking? We're not doing anything else that's productive with our mana this turn, except maybe cycling this. So we cycle this. 2 cards in our graveyard. 3 cards in our graveyard. 3 mana on the battlefield. So cycling Countervailing Winds this turn doesn't get us to Gurmag Angler. So I think we play Island, play Sword Tommy Cloud Skater, and try to put them on a clock. Make them watch the video. Oh my gosh. Oh man, bait those clicks. That'll be so bad. It'll be like I'm a jerk for for like false baiting them, and then and then I do that. Winter is here again. Oh Lord. It is. Okay, so let's play Radiant Fountain. Go to combat. Attack with Cloud Skater. Plan on cycling Countervailing Winds if nothing happens. If it does come up that we can counter something even by cycling Street Wraith, I will. And that'll give us Gurmag Angler mana next turn. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, there's a good bit of winter going on out there. Did that happen to all you guys too? Prophetic Prism, I will counter that. There's just one there, but one is enough. Yeah, I guess that's true. Big wheels do keep on turning. If I know anything about big wheels, they keep on turning. Did what happen? Don't know where I'll be. Guys, are we doing a sing-along? Okay, you guys go for it. Oof, okay. I kind of don't want to cycle the Street Wraith. I guess we have more creatures in our deck. We'll cycle Street Wraith. Play Backwater. And I guess we just go to combat and swing with Cloud Skater. Oh, okay, yeah. So winter came again here in St. John NB, and it was insane. Our opponent's got all gas in hand. Like, I feel like we should Ravenscrown them here. Let's pitch Island. I probably should have done that before I played the Dismal Backwater, because maybe I could have got like a Prismatic Strands or something like that. But this is productive towards our Gurmag next turn plan. And we can get a loot out of Cloud Skater if they just choose to destroy it. So they pitch an artifact. All right. That's not something they can recur out of their graveyard. We'll see if they found a land. Doesn't look like they did. Why is this here? What happened? Okay, Glinthawk gonna pick up the Ancient Den, or maybe they'll pick up the Clue. I'm not sure. Make them pass some of that gas. Give me that gas. So they'll make their land drop. Yep. And Core Skyfisher? No. Nar a thing. They're going to attack first. Yep. Wonder if they're going to try to Journey Cloud Skater? Suppose they could. And they're going to pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's Cloud Skater. Pick up Radiant Fountain. Draw a card, discard a card. Fog doesn't really get any better. We're going to play it as a tap land next turn anyway. Now that we're tapped out, I don't know. Maybe they do Galvanic Blast it. We're going to play Gurmag Angler next turn, so the more Galvanic Blasts we get out of their hand, the better. Oh, cool. Got less than an inch, but yeah, we're getting wrecked here with this with the snow. All right, go to end step. We find a Chainer's Edict. That could be good next turn. Like Edict. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in our yard. So we can Edict and Angler. Leave Edict there. I think that's what we do. Okay, so pitch that, pass the turn. So let's play Radiant Fountain. We will Edict you. So here goes Thraben Inspector. And we will Gurmag Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Gurmag Angler. 1, 2. Okay, so we don't have to get rid of the Raven's Crime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got a 5/5. They got a 2/2. They have 4 cards in hand. Given. Journey to Nowhere? Man. Sure. No problem. I guess, well, it's kind of a problem. At least we'll get to counter their next spell. There's Survivor. Okay. I guess we can't counter another Glinthawk, but... So we'll play Survivor. Get a clock started. See what they are going to play. And I am just going to liberally start Ravens Criming just whatever they're going to play. Yeah, okay. So all they can do is Glinthawk, get their land back. So I will counter this Pyroblast. They can only pay 1 for it. Considering the selective discard in this deck, could Exhume find a home? Yes. So I do think the Exhume Riverwinder plan is definitely a consideration. That's one of those things because I started with this deck way back in like a Golgari shell, and I even moved through like a Rakdos shell after that for a minute, and now I'm just, you know, tinkering around with Dimir, and Dimir kind of just incidentally felt strong. So I was like, well, why don't I give it a go? See if there's any play to it. And so far it's been really fun. Maybe not hyper competitive or anything, but it's been fun. So I'll go to Swamp, doesn't really matter. And we will Raven's Crime, Raven's Crime you. Yes. Because they've been holding lands for that, they've been holding stuff for that long. Got to imagine this is decent. Whatever they're going to have to pitch. Unless they like sandbagged a land. There goes Palace Sentinels, okay. Alright, there's 16, 2 cards in hand, Clue on the battlefield, Glinthawk on board. And I might just start, oh my goodness, I bet they top decked that. Beats, the savage beats. Golgari in the half shell, Turtle Power. There's an Ancient Den. Okay, so now we're just building up to Chainer's Edict and we don't really have anything else going on. I could get them Hellbent, I guess, but them, yeah, I'm going to. And then we're just going to have to try to come from behind somehow. All right, your turn. See what this is. It was a Galvanic Blast. Okay, well, that's a good card. Palace Sentinels is unreal here. If they top deck Palace Sentinels and they get to play it, oh my gosh. Just rip us. We find Dimir Aqueduct. Okay. So we will grab our Radiant Fountain. Or maybe not. Maybe we will grab Island. And they might even be holding lands now because they're at 4 mana. So what do they need? Yeah, it does though. It does do a lot of stuff. A little selective on whether we want to be Chainer's Edicting here or anything, but I think we're just going to Raven's Crime them and pass. Keep them Hellbent for as long as we can. Yeah, they pitch a land. Okay. Hey, Porkies! Have you? What kind of decks are you playing? What are you into? And to think I completely cut the Raven's Crimes. All right, let's cast Street Wraith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've been playing a lot of Angry Popper? How angry? Ooh, mono black control with a Monarch. Lady. I always play Mad. Winning strats. Getting in with Glinthawk. Okay. 1 card in hand for our opponent again. And I think we might start playing lands. We need to hit one more land, turn their clock off, and try to win now. We're 2 Galvanic Blasts away from dying, I guess. But it is what it is. Monarch on Monarch crime? Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Opponent just going to get in with Glinthawk and probably pass, I guess. They might not want to get it eaten by an Edict, but I can't imagine what they're holding here besides 2 Galvanic Blasts or like a Lightning Bolt and a Galvanic Blast. Is this Journey? Journey to Nowhere? No, it's a token producing spell. Savagery. Palace Sentinels, okay. Well, come on, spot removal. It's a way out. But I guess... Oh, this league is not friendly, Porkies. This is not a friendly league. Alright. Kill Palace Sentinels. This is going to help us find that next land to Chainer's Edict the Glinthawk. But we're not exactly real comfortable with where we're at here. Yep, okay. Pass the turn. That turns off their cantrip power, at the very least. We're going to take 2. We're dead to Galvanic Blast here, so... They got a pretty good way to win this game, probably in their hand. Yeah, okay. Alright, guys, so we went 1-4. We went 1-4. But that's it.